Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvelle.
Here we go. Brand new Monday location. Terry Norvelle, Patrick Young, and you rocking and rolling. Patrick, we're in the San Marco side of town here.
Last time you've been down here?
I was here 2 weeks ago, had lunch right here at Fourscore
That's
Golf
right.
Tavern. I used to run over here pretty hard when I was young. This is a great family. A little bit of everything is right here in the area, the square, San Marcos Square. It's a very historic area in Jacksonville. This, 80s, 90s. Across the street was a place called Cafe on the Square, and it was a fun restaurant and all, but it was a night.
On the corner now,
it's kind of over there.
We got Grief and Green.
And this was a fun young place too at night when you were in your late teens, 20s. But wonderful family location. We're at Fourscore Golf Tavern. You've known it. You probably know of it now. It's been open a couple of years. The first one here. This is the original, rocking and rolling. Our first of many, many, many Mondays. We will be here. Looking forward to it. They have a tremendous restaurant in the front.
Big old windows.
Great people watching. Again, this square is fun. I mean, it's got the beautiful fountain. It's a great afternoon, evening family stroll, date place. Young lovers. Date place.
I wonder just how much it costs just to have a spot in this prime time.
It's really nice. It really is nice.
This is amazing.
It is. And, they've done a good job. Whoever the San Marco developers and council people, they've done a nice job protecting the sanctity because you want your side of town to feel like your side of town.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, this is unique. San Marco is a unique place, historic place in
I've
Duval
always
County.
wanted, when thinking about where I want to live one day, I've always kind of wanted to be central Jax-ish.
I agree.
That way you can.
I agree.
It's not 45 minutes for me to get to the beach,
Mhm.
and then the
Sure.
airport's not terribly far. This
is kind of it. This kind of if you put a dot down,
man. But going across that Matthews Bridge, Bridge during getting after work though.
Yeah, we got 7 bridges. Awesome. It's part of it.
Yeah, it's
part of the allure. We got a river that runs right through Jacksonville. Hey, so we're going to tell you all about it. We're going to get one of the representatives from Fourscore Golf here. We'll be here every Monday, 4 to 6. So very excited. Monday home here at the Fourscore Golf Tavern. Wonderful. The menu's incredible here. Wonderful restaurant in the front. A wine list, high end. This isn't just drop food in a fryer.
Right.
No, real food. The menu's tremendous. And in the back, the simulators, not just golf, though. I was stunned. There are multiple sports you can come over here and play in the simulators.
We got to mess around with it.
It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. So we're going to talk. I think Robbie is going to be here. Robbie was instrumental in helping us set up. I want to also thank Lacey, Robbie, who I think we'll talk to in a little bit, the manager. Caitlin's here. And, of course, Daniel is the owner, the proprietor here. A second Fourscore Golf Tavern is coming along. It's being constructed now. It'll be in the IKEA area, that Gate Parkway area. So it'll be on the other side. A lot to get to today on the program. I hope you join us via the chat. We hope to talk to Brent Beard maybe about 5 o'clock as it is college football game week.
Yep.
Finally, real game, FSU, Georgia Tech, noon on Saturday. How jacked are you?
I'm pumped, man.
Ready.
Is there another game after that one?
There's 4 or 5 games, nothing of that level. And I want to get into that game a little bit. We'll have all week to break it down. We'll get into that with Brent Beard, of course. I thought a really big development for the Jacksonville Jaguars Saturday night. And I'm not a preseason guy. I don't think there's a lot in preseason. I want your thoughts on this. Feel free to chat us up, folks, if you agree, disagree. 2 things I took away, and it's hard to take away from preseason. Number one, Tank Bigsby looks different. Tank Bigsby, I think, is going to contribute this year.
Yeah,
he just looks like he may not be so much, holy cow, am I in the NFL? Am I in the NFL?
You can say the same exact thing for Parker Washington.
Tank Bigsby, I'd like you to comment on. And also, I thought a massive development because the Jaguars, what I'm about to bring up, if needed, I think they can turn this into roster spots. Mac Jones put on a show. Mac Jones throwing that dart in particular down the seam.
Down the seam, man.
Down the seam.
Yeah.
And where I'm going with that, I think if needed and when approached, and I think they will because NFL quarterbacks get hurt.
Yeah.
NFL quarterbacks get hurt. Am I saying trade away your insurance policy? Well, I don't think this Jaguar team is good enough to lose Trevor Lawrence for any length of time and still have a big season.
No.
With that said, when some team out there the first 2 or 3 weeks
Gets knocked out,
they lose quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And he's put on a show now.
He's played very well.
He's put on a show, and I think there's equity in that.
Right now, I mean, I think he'd be right in the mix with the Oakland Raider quarterback battle. I think he's just as good as Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, Gardner got named today, but you get a feeling that's going to go back and forth. Yeah. Gardner never holds on for long. I like Gardner Minshew.
I know, right?
But Aiden McConnell is out there, and he's a draft pick.
A little bit
younger. But I thought that was a big development. Mac Jones certainly was a first-round pick, I think, right? Yeah. I mean, but people have kind of forgot, maybe not all the way in the league, but I think Mac Jones, if I'm the Jaguars, I've cut up those throws, and I'm just dangling these.
Yeah. When
somebody's quarterback goes down and they think they're a player still away, and I think you go get a starter and a pick for this guy if somebody wants him.
Yeah, at the quarterback value? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering what that starter position would be. You know, obviously it's going to depend on where we are in the season. So we play enough games to see what the real weakness of this team is going to be. Every team's going to have a weakness. We are all, you and I are both offensive line, defensive line.
Yeah.
If anything, I'd love an offensive line improvement because I think defensively, if the Jags have an average defense this year, Trevor can, if he has a super year, the year that we're waiting to see Trevor Lawrence have, he'll be able to cover the sins of the defense.
Possibly.
If his issue with fumbling is reduced to half, if his INTs reduced to half, and more touchdowns, more conversions, higher percentage on third downs, killing it. I think you keep another team's offense off the field a little bit longer, which will in itself is defense.
Yeah. And I'm not wishing ill on anybody, but injuries are part of sports, man. That's the reason we have Dr. Bates from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Last year with a quarterback just miserable.
Left and right. I'm telling you, the way it's going to happen, I could see
if Deshaun Watson went out, Daniel Jones was out. Not that Daniel Jones is looking very good right now. Who else?
A bunch of them. Well, and then as the season goes,
David Carr and Jimmy Garoppolo just weren't any good. They just weren't any good.
But you know how it works. There are, and the Jaguars are not. I don't think I'm breaking any ground here. The Jaguars are not going to win the Super Bowl. They're not probably going. They might make.
The only reason I could ever say possibly is because of the New York Giants.
Yeah,
that's the only reason I'll say there's a chance. There's a chance, Charlie.
Maybe
at 8-8,
but.
The Giants won a Super Bowl.
3 weeks into the NFL season, and it happens every year, 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to have a group of teams that they think they are going deep.
Right, of course.
And you're going to have, in that first week or two, a quarterback go down on one of those franchises that thinks, hey, man, we got things in place. You know what? Let's don't bail on this season. Yeah. Let's go out and get a quarterback.
Yeah.
Hey, what's this Mac Jones guy going to cost us? Yeah. And then the Jaguars. And you say, well, why would you trade away your depth?
The Jets have assets.
Yes.
Like a team like that happened last year.
Yeah.
Have
great point.
That the Jaguars would happily be able to take.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they got a loaded roster. Mm-hmm. They got if something again happened to who, Rodgers, right?
Right.
I mean, he's out for the whole year. Right. If something like that happened again, if you're the Jets, you don't just say, it wasn't our year.
Last season.
You don't say just, it wasn't our year. I think the Jets would go, let's go get somebody that can salvage this big year.
You got to believe, Joe Flacco was there, and he didn't do well, which is surprising. He played so poorly as a Jet. Then he comes back after a year of being off for a bit, and then great year with the Browns.
Yeah, how about that?
Gets into the playoffs.
How about that? And they're a good point. They're a good team. For example, I mean, they had the talent. They lose their quarterback. And they found lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
Now, how often are you going to find a 38-year-old guy off the sofa?
No.
This Mac Jones guy, I mean, first-round pick, so people liked him. And he put on a show. People forgot about him a little bit. And he showed that arm strength.
He had a good rookie season. He didn't
He
didn't throw the ball a lot because they were running.
That was a weird time to be at New England, too, right? I mean, it was the transition, and the goat of all goats and the coach of all coaches, and
Yeah.
it was a weird
And
time.
I'm sure he's answered this question. I just would love to know, being coached by Nick Saban for the 2 years, we transferred to get there, I think.
No, he was going to Kentucky until the last minute, and Alabama, I think, lost a quarterback. So
Okay.
Alabama threw him a late offer, and Alabama, and Brent Beard can speak to this, never, ever signed him thinking he was going to be their starting quarterback.
Wow.
He was a depth piece. He was going to Kentucky. He was that level. He was he was Power 5, but somebody I can't remember.
In the last decade,
Yeah.
one of the best.
Yeah, great story.
And won a championship.
Great story.
Shoot.
Brad checked in. We were talking about Gardner Minshew. Want to get this out. He's a big Raiders fan. Said, how did Gardner Minshew get the starting job for the Raiders? ? He was so bad the other day, overthrew multiple receivers. Aiden Connell's the other guy. But
Yeah.
Gardner, I always liked him. I never got to know him when he was here. I liked him, but he's one of those guys that just is, I don't think, destined to be a long-time starter. He gets the job for 4 weeks or so, and something will happen.
Something like him, and he's almost like a poor man's version of Fitzpatrick.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A
A little bit of a journeyman.
A little bit.
He's going to get. I mean, Fitzpatrick got a lot of opportunities to start, and spots got taken. That's why he was.
Yeah.
He would be that piece that we're looking at in comparison to Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Right now, if he was obviously younger, but he was an asset for a really bad team to pick something up and not have to. Obviously, they knew they weren't going to win a championship with Fitzpatrick, but they knew that they could have a decent season.
Yeah.
Decent.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
500.
Sure.
500, 600, not 2-15. Because look, even the guys that stepped in last season, after some quarterbacks went down,
Yeah.
Tommy DeVito.
Oh,
He started out well, and then it crashed.
he can't play dead in a Western. And I know he had a little run early.
Jake Browning did the same thing.
I'm sorry, folks. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Jake Browning was like Tom Brady. He looked like Tom Brady against us in that game here in Jacksonville. But after that, both of those guys. So it's really hard to find a guy.
I'm telling you,
that has the value.
They're doing backflips in
Right.
that office down there at the Jaguar Stadium.
The big thing, you got these no-name guys. Mac Jones actually has a pedigree and evidence of being a winner.
Mhm.
Like he was a winner
Good point.
on the collegiate level. Like there's
Good
a
point.
reason behind that. These other guys,
Good
Tommy
point.
DeVito and all. I don't remember what the names were that you showed me. This is who's starting tonight.
Yes, remember that?
Who?
Remember that? Unbelievable.
Lombardi. Oh, there's somebody with the national.
But I'm
Lombardi.
telling you, again, I want to reiterate before somebody goes, well, Terry, you idiot, why would the Jaguars trade their quarterback depth? Well, if the Jaguars get off to a slow start, I just don't think how do I say this? Unless you're wearing Jaguar underwear, I don't think that you think this is a really good Jaguar football team.
Yeah.
Is that fair statement?
I think it's delusional for
Yeah.
the front office.
With
to think
that
they're gonna win the
said,
Super Bowl this year.
With that said, if a team comes snooping around the hen house that really thinks they still can have a big year with an injured quarterback, I think you dangle Mac Jones and say, hey, this guy can play.
Yeah, he can play
He
right
was
now.
he's now where he's ready to be somebody's starter. Your starter, save your season, team.
And he probably at this point does still feel like he's a starter.
Yeah.
And him getting a chance to follow it, because I just remember when I played, there was a time where I was with the team where I was starting to kind of lose my love for the game because it was
Really?
a professional team that when I was in the NBA actually, and then going somewhere else, even though the team wasn't that good, it gave me a fresh start and a renewed sense of love for the game. So I was I'm sure he's much more open to believing that he is a starter again.
It's a good point. Yeah. And professional sports is a regular job, but you hear and see and may have gone through that in your day-to-day job. Sometime, 5 years at the same place, you may stay in the same industry, but it may shake it up a little bit. It may be good to, go to another bank or go to another hospital or, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sometime.
Yeah,
sometime.
Absolutely. Fresh start, especially with the people around you.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, before we go to our first break here, we're live our Monday, brand new debut edition. We'll be here every single Monday, 4 Score Golf Tavern, tell you all about it, the food, the recreation, the fun. You'll hear the golf balls now. Slam. Before we go any further, you had a speaking engagement. Can we talk about it?
It was really cool.
Over the weekend.
I was at University of Florida, last week, and got a chance to be escorted by Savannah Bailey, that is the player relations under the football team, and getting a chance to see how a lot of things worked that day. And then in Charlotte, I was with the external ops.
UNC Charlotte, the 49ers.
UNC Charlotte, the 49ers. And I went to watch a soccer game. They got beat 3-0 against TCU. But
wow, that's a whooping.
Oh, yeah, they got beat. It was a good team. I think TCU's in the top 25. But it was the welcome back for their academic year coming up. Had 400 student athletes in front of me.
Huh.
Mike Hill is now the AD. He was the external ops guy at University of Florida for 18 years before he took on the job.
I remember him well, yeah.
Man, it's a good program, man. They have a good basketball team. They actually have a kid that's transferred from FAU that was on that Final Four team that will be with them this upcoming season. Yeah, their basketball team was pretty good last year.
It's so ironic. I don't mean to jump your story, but you had a good speech.
Great, yeah. Talk, spending a day with the external ops lady, like she's telling me she gives me the dirt, in a good sense.
Yeah.
And I just talk to them about legacy. You know, are you thinking about your legacy and how you're treating people? What's your ownership, accountability, patience? Because a lot of these kids, they're frustrated with their playing situation, but they can't make it to practice on time. They can't make it to weights on time.
Yes.
They're missing class.
Accountability.
They're missing class. Yeah. And it's like,
yeah.
It's like if you say you want to be successful and have a championship, coach shouldn't have anybody getting on you about being late to class.
No.
Are you kidding me?
Isn't that great?
Yes.
Isn't that great? That is.
Gino Oriena said this. He's like, "Hey, UConn, we don't teach effort.
Yeah.
We don't have to. If we're teaching, if we have to try to teach you effort, you're in the wrong place. We're working on everything else except that."
Hey, you brought up FAU basketball. It's ironic, Patrick. I want to throw this out, and shame on me for not putting 2 to 2 together. I was yesterday, Sunday, just kind of scouring, thinking about the week and what we're going to talk about and blah, 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 blah. And something came, a release from the University of Florida about their basketball team. I think it was something about the final roster set, and that's what it was, the numerical roster.
Okay.
UF sent it out.
Okay.
Sunday. I'm scrolling on my phone, and shame on me for not realizing this, but I knew it. Do you realize? Most likely, the starting point guard, Martin, for the Gators this year, Florida Gators, by way of FAU, he played in the Final Four. He was the leading scorer.
He scored 27 in that game against San Diego State.
So Florida, and they lost by a point.
Yeah, I know.
So Florida will have a starting point guard. I'm assuming he's going to walk in and get that job.
I think coach decided that Walter Clayton is going to be the point guard.
Yeah, but that's going to be your back.
Yeah,
you're going to have.
Oh, he's starting.
You're going to have a starter who led his team in their Final Four game. They lost by a point.
Yeah.
Shame on me for not. I knew it, but I didn't.
Oh, you didn't realize that?
How about that?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
How about that?
And you know what's interesting? I talked to the kid that transferred from FAU. I was like, man, like, what happened? Why'd you guys have such a bad season last year? Because they went to the Final Four. Then they made the tournament this year, but they lost a lot of games they shouldn't have. Got knocked out in the first round. He said exactly what I had talked to him about. They brought back everybody.
Yep.
And kind of just assumed they were going to get
John L. Davis guy was good for that team too.
Yeah.
They had the big win early. Remember, FAU beat UConn or somebody big,
or Alabama,
Arizona or somebody.
I think it might have been Arizona.
Might have been national TV, and you go, Arizona. Damn, this program. And you're right. They kind of had that hangover year.
Hangover year where you just kind of think human nature that you can relax. And Coach Donovan, if he didn't nip that in the bud for us at the beginning of my senior year, we would have ended up the same way. He said, no, you guys have to lay the foundation and work your butts off. Yes, it's great to see you have potential, but you got to go chase it every day.
Man.
And, he said that's –
So Florida's bringing in a guard to go along with Walter Clayton, to go along with Aberdeen, to go along with Richard at the 3. A guard with that kind of Final Four experience.
Yeah.
He was the leading scorer.
I know.
Wow.
We need that. I just hope all the Gators needed last year was a defense that was in the top 50.
Gator basketball, man.
Gator basketball needed a top 50 defense, and their offense is so exciting.
Gator basketball's fun, man. It's going to be fun again. The SEC is a meat grinder now.
Yes, it is.
In basketball. Gosh, darn. With Alabama and Nate Oates going nuts.
With Arkansas.
They get Calipari back.
Coach Cal's got a bunch of
and
weapons,
Tennessee's going to always have athletes as long as Barnes is there.
UNC Charlotte had a kid transfer from their school to go to Tennessee. His name's Igor or something. Apparently, he's a stud.
Great. Remember Florida had a guy named Igor?
Yeah.
Remember that guy?
Yeah. He can shoot it.
Yeah, he could shoot it.
Yeah.
I liked it. Now, let's take a break here. One in, a long way to go. Brand new home on Monday. So very excited to be here. Four Score Golf Tavern. I've actually, we're in the San Marco Square area, but the actual.
Grab a bite before we,
that'd be a great idea. The actual physical address, 1407 Atlantic Boulevard. If you're not familiar with the area, bang this in, 1407 Atlantic Boulevard, and that'll get you, what do you call it? I use Waze. Waze.
Same.
Do you like Waze? That thing's unbelievable.
I love Waze.
And it gives you all the little reports.
Yep. I don't like when it pops up and it's asking me to touch it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah. So anyway, we're here on, as we take a break, take a look at the Jaguar practice facility. I thought that was a big development for the Jags.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of good stuff or relevant stuff that happens in the preseason. Thought that was big. Mac Jones put on a show.
Mac Jones does on this last preseason game, man.
Yeah. A lot to get to. We'll talk some FSU Georgia Tech as well. It is college football real game week. That and a whole lot more. Patrick Young, Terry Norvelle, and you right here on the Young Norvelle Show from Four Score Golf Tavern.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice three-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
There's an angry gator. Oh, mean angry gator trying to get a hold of a big old ibis bird's what he's looking for. He's hungry for an ibis, right, Patrick? Ibis is the hurricane bird.
Oh, that's his name?
That's the type of bird. It's an ibis, I think, right? You didn't know that?
I was just going to say like the hurricane duck. Is it? But it's not a duck.
It's an ibis. He's a seabird, man, seabird. He's a pretty good mascot, though, wouldn't you say? Welcome back to the Young and Norvelle Show here at Four Score Golf Tavern. You never knew there's an ibis.
I had no idea.
Ibis.
That's his name? His name's Ibis?
I think that's the type of bird. His name is, what is his name? I think that's the type of bird.
Since you're so
smart,
college sport knowledgeable,
okay,
why the heck is the volunteer a dog?
Blue tick hound is probably, by the way, it's a blue tick hound. Just threw that in on you.
Yeah.
Probably it's indigenous. Good old hound dog for our country boys. Love hound dogs, right?
Yeah, but volunteer. Come on, volunteer.
Volunteer is just a person that got there earlier or something, right? TVA, Tennessee.
I'm not. I don't feel.
Yeah.
That wasn't a strong enough answer.
Well, I mean, alligator is indigenous to Florida. They're the gators. I think good old hound dog is country bumpkins living in mountains. Mountain man likes a dog.
Dang.
Right?
Yes.
Right?
I think so.
Is that better?
That's better. That's a little bit better. And they like their moonshine.
Yes, they don't make me sing this thing now. Oh, you're trying to bait me into singing it.
No.
Wish that hey, I should save these questions. Hey, man, tomorrow, and man, last Tuesday, Patrick tomorrow will be at Hurricanes, Georgia Creek, our Tuesday location. And Patrick, the trivia guy, he comes on an hour after we go off every Tuesday. So we've gotten to where he sits down that last segment, and I threw him a question. And he throws me, man.
You had a good one for him, too?
Yeah, what was the one I did last Tuesday? Oh, I asked him, and then he threw me a few, and I think I went for him, too. But I needed your help. But I threw him this. What sport, and it happened way back in 1919, I think it is. What sport gave us the term upset? You know how you hear that team upset, or boy, that was a big upset in football, basketball, baseball, golf, tennis, whatever. What sport is credited and literally gave us? Good guess. Good guess. Not correct. Not wrestling. Not boxing.
Is it an individual sport or a team sport?
It is. I'm going to say two participants. That may give it away.
Doubles tennis?
Good guess.
Dang.
No. And I'm going to say two participants. That may give it away a little bit.
My brain
It's a tough one.
Basketball, not football.
And Trivia Patrick, his guess, he said he had it down to two, and his guess was boxing.
Volleyball.
No, not volleyball.
Beach volleyball.
And he missed it, but he had two. He narrowed it to two, and he went with the wrong one. Horse racing, thoroughbred horse racing.
Yeah.
And the backstory is, and like I was telling Patrick, in the history of thoroughbred horse racing, there've been probably a half dozen just crazy great horses. Secretariat's probably the greatest. People have made the argument Secretariat's greatest athlete ever, human or not. Secretariat, Seabiscuit, War Admiral, Man of War. Here's the story. Here's the story. Man of War was this incredible horse, and
a name like that.
I know, isn't that a great name? And was up against in a race, and Man of War was 20-0 and lost. Ended up going 20-1 in the career. This dominant horse, but did lose. And the horse that he lost to that particular day was named Upset. And I don't know if it meant, he's upset getting in the starting gate or he's an upset horse, but there was where the term upset was born because Upset the horse beat the unbeatable animal. How about that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is
so
cool.
We need a good question for him tomorrow. Ibis?
Gosh,
I don't think he's watching. He may be watching. He said he watches.
He does.
He said he watches. So we got
I got a good one from the. You know
Right.
the one that at Spurriers that day that the one guy brought to us. Do you remember it? It was like, what do Urban Meyer, Dan Marino, and two other people have in common with their careers? Football people, famous.
I don't remember hearing this.
Gosh, okay.
Do you know the answer?
Yeah, I know the answer. Of the four, well,
So it was Urban Meyer, Dan Marino.
I
think I know it now.
And two other guys.
Two other guys.
Famous football guys. Really,
Well, you're going to need to know that part.
I know. Should I say the answer?
Yeah, I got a question. I don't know the answer or the answer. I don't know the question, but here it is. Yeah, say it. I was going to say, are they born?
No, they all had in common that the Jaguars ended their careers.
Interesting.
Yep. Jags beat the brakes off of the Dolphins in Dan Marino his last
Playoff game. Yeah.
Urban Meyer.
Career ended.
And the two other same thing.
Two other big names.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
it? I'm trying to think of who else it would have been.
Gosh, I wish I could remember the name. Mike might remember if he was on Norvelle.
Yeah. And the head football coach at Florida State University.
Yeah.
He
Bobby
goes.
Bowden might have been on the list too.
And he goes by the name Vell.
Vell.
My nephew goes by on social Mike Vell now, because if he says Mike Norvelle, all he hears is, "Are you the football coach at Florida State?"
That's probably so annoying.
Hey, speaking of Knowles, they had a depth chart released today. I'm intrigued by the game. I think Florida State wins Saturday, right? They're going to win.
I think so.
They're going to win, but it's an intriguing game. The Yellow Jackets, Georgia Tech. Brent Key came from, I think, Penn State. He's on that tree. He's thought as a pretty good young coach, right?
Okay.
They were pretty good last year. They were 7-6. Were the Yellow Jackets, right? They beat Miami in the game. Remember the crazy fumble?
Oh my God.
They beat UCF in a bowl game. They're 7-6.
Oh, they beat UCF.
And people point out the stupidity of Mario Cristobal handing the ball off.
Right.
Well, they gave him a win. Well, keep in mind.
They had to make that play.
Thank you. For Georgia Tech to have won that game off that gift, it had to be a game.
Yeah.
If they were down by 40, we don't even know about the fumble.
No. They had to make that.
They were
play
in the
there.
game.
Yep.
Their quarterback, returning for the second year starting, he was a highly recruited Jimbo Fisher recruit.
Okay.
Went to Texas A&M. Haynes King, tall, long strider.
Okay.
Never could stay healthy. Blew his knee out. Was having a good
Dual
opening
threat,
game.
more running kind of guy.
Dual.
Yeah.
Led the ACC in touchdown passes last year.
Oh wow.
This is going to be a pretty good game. I think it's going to be a pretty good game. Chris Winky's on the staff, the old FSU quarterback.
For Georgia Tech, are they going to be able to match up to the size of the offensive line?
Yeah.
And the defensive line, that is, because what the benefit of having a dual threat guy is that maybe he can extend some plays,
Sure,
and give his team a chance. But if his offensive line is giving him no time at all,
no,
doesn't stand a chance.
And he's one of those guys. Haynes King, big, tall guy, and he's one of those. Do you remember the converted quarterback, receiver quarterback, Matt Jones, that came through here from Arkansas?
Yes.
He was the guy. Haynes King's got that body type.
Okay.
He's one of these guys that they say he runs a 4.3, but watching, he doesn't look, but he's long striding.
Long stride, okay.
He's long striding. That's how this guy is.
Okay.
That's how this guy is. He's an athlete. I think we've got a pretty good game Saturday.
So you can see what,
Yeah.
You just, as we talked about it a while back, no one ever says, oh, we just got beat by a better team.
Yeah.
Oh, our quarterback got hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, this happened.
Yeah.
Oh, that happened.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I think we got a good game Saturday for at least half. Florida State should win, should walk away fourth quarter.
We're really looking forward to seeing their running game.
Really are. And a lot of offensive firepower is gone. I think Florida State's going to miss Benson, Trey Benson.
Yeah.
I thought he was special.
You know who's looking good in the NFL right now?
Who's that?
Bills? Ray Davis from
the running
Kentucky.
back that ran all over
Oh my
Florida.
gosh. It was one drive in their game. I can't remember who they were playing against. It might have been the Bears. They marched down the field handing him the ball 8 times in a row.
Like against Florida.
Yeah.
Do you remember what obviously you
Dude,
do,
that game
what a
was so bad.
debacle that was for Florida run
232
defense?
yards in the ground.
It was unbelievable.
It was 200. When do you hear that? On Division One,
It was
let alone the SEC.
It was
200
snap the
yards
ball,
on the ground.
hand it off to that guy, chunk of yardage, chunk of yardage, chunk of yardage, chunk of
Touchdown.
Unbelievable.
Touchdown. Yeah, I think he had 3 touchdowns that day as well.
And I think he transferred from Vanderbilt.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was a Vanderbilt guy.
He came to Kentucky one and done.
He was a Vanderbilt guy.
Yeah, he's fourth round pick for the Bills.
I don't going back to the FSU Georgia Tech game. I don't have their itinerary, but I got to believe they're getting on a plane tomorrow.
Yeah,
tomorrow's Tuesday.
Yeah,
and the game's Saturday. But I mean, I would think tomorrow's going to be a full travel day. Wednesday is get your sea legs back under you. Thursday, you'll probably want to sweat a little bit and get on a field over there.
Right.
Friday, I would drive them to the stadium, do a little walkthrough.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, wake up and go play. Right? Game's at 5 there, noon here.
Yeah,
love
it.
But when do you think they're getting on a plane tomorrow?
Yeah, I think the sooner the better.
I think both teams are on a plane tomorrow. I really do.
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have to leave in the morning, but you don't want to leave there enough time that your guy's jet lag's not going to be.
Yeah.
Hopefully not too bad.
You give Tuesday total travel. Get over there. Wednesday, get settled, get situated.
Yeah.
Things are different. And they're having to bring a lot of stuff. I would imagine. I wonder, and you can speak to this.
Schools make money off of this game. They make like a decent amount.
I would imagine. Yeah, they're at least getting their expenses paid somewhere.
Hopefully at least
I can ask you this: with your history abroad and playing sports, I wonder if Georgia Tech and Florida State would literally take a bunch of their own food too. Because different cultures and different.
I'm certain they probably brought a lot of their non-perishable goods.
You would think, yeah,
that'll help cramps, crackers, protein bars, stuff like that.
I mean, you wonder if you can get abroad. I haven't traveled into Europe, but I've been told you can get over there, and the food's so different. If you haven't prepared your sports team.
Oh man, Terry, I remember the first time I went overseas and played basketball, USA basketball. We were in Latvia, and For one, the first thing was that their portions were so small. We come in with like 15 guys, and at the hotel we stayed at and it was just unseasoned, no sauce pasta was our first meal. We're just like
bland pasta.
Everyone ate it quick, and you're like, all right, like we need more.
It had no sauce on it.
No sauce on it, which is so strange. Because I've been in other countries, and that was
what Italians call that? Gravy.
Yeah, probably.
They call it gravy. Yeah. Their red sauce is gravy.
I love gravy.
Oh, man, I love pasta.
I love meatballs.
Oh, man, they got them on the menu here.
I don't want I want meatballs. I don't want the ground meatballs.
I love a meatball sub.
I want meatballs on my spaghetti. That's the only way.
Oh, man, you're killing me right now, Patrick.
I know, man.
The meatballs are on there. You're killing me. I got to bring this up. And you guys know we'll have fun at her expense this season. The Beth. I got to bring this up. So I'm watching the Jaguar game Saturday night, first half in particular. And I've heard this guy before, and it's driven me crazy, but it just – the Bucky Brooks guy, his voice.
Oh.
I mean, the raspy voice. I still don't understand how people get on in the broadcasting field with irritating voices. He's probably the nicest guy in the world, but everybody was commenting. He was the color analyst Saturday night. I guess Sexton was doing the play-by-play. And Bucky Brooks, the voice.
That bad.
Oh, and it's just it's not a cold. It's not, I'm not picking at anybody, but oh my.
His normal?
Yes, because I've heard him before in bits and pieces, but I sat there and went, my God. If anybody can concur, and I'm not being mean, I'm just
yeah. Like Joe Buck, you almost sometimes don't even, because he's so smooth, you almost don't even notice him.
Yeah.
His voice is just butter, and it just goes so well. Troy Aikman as well.
Yeah, but my goodness, Bucky Brooks.
My favorite guy on television on college football is Gus something that's with the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Maserati Marvin Harrison.
He gets so excited.
Oh, he gets so excited. He's got the best.
He gets so excited, doesn't he?
He does it for basketball as well. Same thing. Oh, he's great.
Oh, my goodness.
It gets me fired up.
He gets, and a lot of his little catchphrases work. A few of them don't, but he puts thought into it.
Maserati Marvin.
We'll leave this open, this little dialogue. If you want to comment, Bucky Brooks, did you watch the game and listen to it on TV? I saw social media was just going off.
Really?
Going, oh my goodness, this guy.
Did you see that ESPN
voice
has fired Samantha Thunder and RG3?
Yeah, cost cutting. I think cost cutting measures. Yeah.
But like RG3 was great.
I think Costco.
RG3 was fantastic.
Was he on with Gus at times? No, Joel Klatt and Gus. What's Gus's last name? Gus Scott. Gus Bradley. Gus.
Yeah, Malzahn.
Gus Johnson.
Yeah. Gus Johnson.
Gus
Okay,
Johnson.
there you go.
He does it with Joel Klatt. His they're the number one Fox team, right?
Yeah.
And I will tell you this, man, that Big Noon Fox show, they've made inroads the last couple of years.
Yeah. I like
think
it better than the SEC show. Honestly.
I like it much better than SEC Nation and ESPN Game Day.
Yeah.
Those two have gotten very fluffy.
Yeah.
And in my opinion,
my God.
in my opinion, they're fluffy. And I know you work for the SEC
Dude,
Network.
I don't care.
But when you watch the Big Noon Fox thing, it's a good cast. Is Urban back on it?
Urban's on it.
He's back on it.
But they got I don't know if he's back, but
Brady
they had
Quinn,
Mark Ingram,
Brady Quinn, and
Mark
Mark Ingram, and
another quarterback.
Matt Leiter.
Matt Leiter.
What I like about that show
Brady
is
Quinn is a sharp-looking guy.
they're not 12 hours like game day and all, but you know what they do? They talk about football.
They do. They talk
about the game.
They talk about football
for the most part.
They have clips. They break them down.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other shows have gotten so, and I get it. I get sponsors. I get it. But the other shows are so fluffy. And I think, let's do the fashion segment. We'll come back, brought to you by this one. And let's do the barbecue segment. And let's do this. And let's do that. Well, what about the game?
It is kind of cool, I guess, to an extent, because even College Game Day for basketball, they add a lot of fluff. They have their whole March Madness thing that they do, kind of like in the beginning, and they do a tour of the city with food or something.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, like, I don't really care about this.
Yeah.
I
like a little bit of that, but it's gotten to the point where some of these pregame shows, they almost forget. And, most of them are on location. So the big game you're at, let's talk about the game.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Let's talk about the game.
Yeah.
And
I'm hoping, because I haven't heard anything with regards to Lee Corso, but you just hope that.
Yeah, I think he's part of it. I think he's going to be part of it, very minimal. And I think, and Brent Beard may be a good guy to ask at 5 o'clock, I think he's going to do it from his home. I can't imagine him traveling.
Yeah, with what you said, and I didn't think about it. What if something happens and goes wrong?
Oh.
What's rather him being home and being able to getting taken care of? Could you imagine that being on national television?
But I would imagine that, gosh darn, you travel a lot. Travel's hard.
Yeah.
I don't care if travel goes smooth, it's hard. Does that make sense?
I would feel comfortable if he left a little bit earlier, had family with him, so he can get his rest. Because those are long days, man.
Oh.
Hey,
absolutely.
Bucky did a great job.
Yeah. There's one for go Buck. Go Bucky. I'm telling you, social media just was like, this guy is driving us. It made it sound like people's ears were bleeding listening to Bucky Brooks on the broadcast the other night for the Jaguars. Let's take another break here. We're live here, our Monday location. Brand spanking new. We're excited. I know you're excited. I'm very excited to partner up with Fourscore Golf Tavern.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And it's a neat place. It really is. I've been here. I got a buddy practices not too far. I've had lunch here a lot of times here in the square, San Marcos Square. This is the original location, second location being built right in the Gate Parkway area. We'll tell you about that as we go. Your thoughts on Bucky Brooks Saturday night? That and a whole lot more. Patrick Young, Terry Norvelle, and you. Oh, that looks good. Look at those college football helmets. Folks, college football week, game week is upon us. Back after this quick timeout.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who is coming to your house. You know they will be well trained and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Billy Napier. Woo. Oh, there's a hurricane. There's a Sanford. They got to win that one. A&M, they should win. Mississippi State win. UCF win. They beat Tennessee by 100. They'll beat Kentucky by 400. They'll beat Georgia, ruin their season. Texas goes down. LSU, Ole Miss, and Florida State. That's an undefeated season right there.
Who's Kentucky?
Kentucky?
Yeah, who's Kentucky?
He transferred. It's going to be Brock Vandergriff, a 5-star recruit. Okay. Don't say that about Kentucky, who went to Georgia and got in that quarterback room and said, I don't know if I want to wait it out. So Brock Vandergriff will get the first crack at it.
Get the first
crack at it.
That's a little.
Did you see? I just had Florida 12-0, 13-0, 14-0.
Yeah, that's a mistake. This is not a Florida team that's going to win a championship, but this is a Florida team that can win 8 games.
I think, and we're going to pick out our records. We need to do that soon. Me, you, and Brent, our college and NFL. I've pretty much settled on, I think, Florida. I'm higher than most people on the Gators. I think Florida's 8-4 football team.
8-4. You know, I just don't want to.
All bets are off if they lose next Saturday.
I need to see a lot more from Miami and what they bring to the table. I know they got a really good quarterback, supposedly. I like to say that the swamp is going to be a deterrent. So a lot of these teams are going to be ready for it, but
I've watched too many teams
come in
the last Patrick. The last 5 years,
undress us.
I've walked in and I've seen Kentucky beat them in person. I've seen inferior teams, I think, beat Florida.
I'll never forget. Southern, man.
You notice that home field has a lot to do with your roster.
Yeah, it has a whole lot.
Home court, home diamond. You know what? If your roster's good, your field's going to be good, hard to win on because the team you're facing is good.
Exactly.
The team you're facing is good. Hey, I mentioned Diamond. I'm excited for you. Friday, I'm handing the keys over, and you are flying the show solo on Friday. I'm going to Atlanta. I'm taking a quick little weekend trip. Got friends I can't wait to see Friday and Saturday night. We're going to a Braves game. I've never been to a Braves game in 100 years.
Oh, wow.
Going to the new ballpark. Have you been to that new ballpark?
I've been there, yeah.
Really?
Good time.
I heard it's really neat.
Yeah. The battery, man.
Yeah. Braves are hanging on, man.
The battery is where it's at. So when the game's over, everybody goes over to the bars.
Well, how about this, man? So I'm flying out, and you're going to do the show from the studio. We want to thank Bricks, and you'll remember to thank Bricks all Friday, but you're going to be in the studio, and you've got some stuff lined up. So my plan is I'm jumping on a plane, that little – I love the Atlanta flight, don't you? Especially when you're going to Atlanta. I love the Atlanta flight.
Yeah.
I hate when you're connecting and still have to go 4 more hours.
Sure.
Man,
so
I'm taking.
You don't have clear and TSA pre-check for Atlanta. What are you doing?
I know.
What are you doing?
So I'm jumping on that flight 11 to 12. Whatever it is, 42-minute flight on Friday, and then gosh, I got to figure out how I'm going to get from the airport to my buddy's house. Anyway, I'll take care of that. My buddy lives kind of like in Marietta, which is above Atlanta a little bit. It's on the outskirts. Really, really nice place. So we're going to do the friends.
Downtown.
Yeah, we're going to stay there. His wonderful, beautiful house, my buddy Barry Thomas, and we'll do the friends thing. A lot of good old West Side guys, and I know have live in Atlanta.
Okay.
And including my buddy Barry, who I'm staying with, and his lovely family. So that's Friday night. Looking forward to that. We're probably going to have a big old bonfire, a great backyard and pool, and Leslie, his wife, will do it up.
Take
right?
care. Yeah, for sure.
So we'll have some other good old Ed White West Side guys that are in the area and girls and friends. Be a little reunion. Then, so that's Friday night. And I love that. I told them, hey, y'all don't have to show me anywhere on Friday night. Let's just kick back.
Yeah. Just relax. That's easy.
Then, how about this?
Prepare for
the following day, wake up, grab some breakfast, I'm sure. Florida State, Georgia Tech's at noon here. It's 5 o'clock over in Dublin, Ireland. It's a noon kick. So we'll watch the first college football game of the year. And I guess after that, head to downtown Atlanta to watch some hardball. Some hardball, my man.
Oh, yeah.
Not a bad day.
We haven't talked about the Braves in a bit. Have they broken their
They're hanging on. The Braves are hanging on to that third wild card spot. It's tough. They just had a nasty injury again. Yeah, they've been beat up all year.
Let me see.
Long.
Let's check them out on ESPN.
Austin Riley's hand is broken. Did you see the comments? I know I'm bouncing around a little bit, Patrick. Today, and I've got a credo I live by, but I don't always do it right. But sometimes before you say something, it's good to ask yourself internally, what is to be gained? And I don't always live by it. The mouth gets ahead, right? I think we all sometimes go, Tua, the Miami Dolphin quarterback. You see his comments today?
I did not. I'm just seeing it now. He had something to say about
obviously, Mike McCarthy is his current coach, and Tua has had a great 2 years. He just parlayed it into a huge contract, right? The Miami quarterback. Dolphins are supposed to be really good this year again. They open up with the Jaguars. So he's had this great 2-year career, and he just signed a major contract. Well, he being interviewed, he gets talking about the first coach he played for, Brian Flores, I think it was. And Tua just rips into him, his former coach, Patrick. That's a perfect example. What did Tua think would be gained by saying that? Right. He'll never play for this guy again. He may never talk to this guy again. Why did he throw him under the bus like that?
I mean, honestly, bro, the Terry, I guess there's a way that it could be said, but if this is all true, Flores is gracious. And I don't know if you can read and read some of this. This is what he's talking about in an interview about his former coach, his first NFL coach, who he didn't flourish under. Kind of pick it up there. To put it in the simplest terms, if you woke up every day and I told you that you suck at what you did, that you don't belong doing what you do, that you shouldn't be here, that this guy should be here, that you haven't earned this right, and then you have somebody else come in and tell you, dude, you are the best fit for us, he said in the interview, how would it make you feel listening to one or the other? You see what I'm saying? And then you hear it, no matter what it is, the good or the bad, you hear more of it, more and more, and you start to believe that. I don't care who you are. You could be the president of the United States, you have a terrible person telling you things that you don't want to hear and probably shouldn't be hearing. You're going to start believing that about yourself. And so that was a sort of what ended up happening. It is what it was. It's basically been, 2 years of training that out of not just me, but a couple of guys as well that have been here since my rookie year all the way until now.
What's to be gained by Tua coming out now? If it was that important Tua to bring that out, why didn't he bring it out 2 years ago?
Why didn't he say it last year?
Yes. I bet you they will never cross paths again.
No.
Why even air that?
No, I know, right?
Why? I don't know. I mean, it's not a make or break, but that falls under
That's
that.
kind of messed up. What kind of coach is that?
Yeah,
You draft a guy.
If
and
any of that's true, though,
that's awful.
Ooh.
And this guy wants to be upset about saying that it was, and he lost the case anyway, saying that the NFL discriminated, his team discriminated against him. That's why he got wrongfully fired.
Yeah, interesting. It's just interesting. I don't know why you're 2 weeks from the NFL season. You're on a team that you think might make a deep playoff run. You've got a fun offense. You just signed a gazillion-dollar contract, right? Tua signed that huge contract.
Yeah, right.
Why the hell even bring that up? Why? And if it was that important, it should have been that important 2 years ago.
Yeah, I know, right? Seriously.
I
think, and this should have been hopefully something he brought up to management, upper management at some point. Like, hey, man, I like Lowe being here, but this coach is driving me insane.
Hey, second hour, we hope to hear from Brent Beard, talk a little more college football as it is go time now. Brent, one of the best college sports / football analysts in the business. We'll start looking at FSU. Their depth chart was released. No real surprises. They think they've got a Lombardi finalist player on offense and defensive line. That always helps. Knowles and the Jackets getting it on. A little bit later in the second hour, this date in sports history, I'm just going to tease it a little bit, and I hope we get to it.
All right.
Hey, win one for the short guy.
Okay.
Win one for the short guy, Patrick. We're going to get to that, hopefully, in hour number 2. He's Patrick Young. I'm Terry Norvelle. Glad you're with us here on a Monday edition, our brand new, first ever broadcast from our new Monday location. We are at the 4-Score Golf Tavern in the heart of San Marco.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry. We still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com, and while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
State Seminoles, Renegade, and Osceola. There you go. We got some good Knowles sitting at the bar here, and then we got a good Gator. How about this Gator couple? Dude rolled up in this big old truck.
Yeah, that's a big old truck.
Big old truck. Gets out Gator gear head to toe. They walk in, order a couple of beers. They walk outside. They're enjoying the outdoors here in San Marco.
Man.
And we got to keep these guys apart.
What a great day to be to not have a regular job.
You're right, man.
You know,
it is nice. And I know it was hot yesterday. It was hot earlier today. You can feel that summer's going away.
Oh yeah,
you can
feel.
It is. Can't you?
Yeah,
you can tell.
You can start to feel that we've gotten past the our buddy Mike Birch. He's informed us that we are on the downcline of the 90-degree days.
Nice. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
I'm ready. I'm ready for fall. Fall's a wonderful time of year. Fall and spring, I really like.
Cool mornings, cool afternoons.
We are
a little bit of sun. Man,
we're closing in on. We hope to hear from Brent Beard here momentarily as we kick off the second hour here on a Monday. We're at Fourscore Golf Tavern. We'll be here every single Monday. This is our new Monday home. Tomorrow we're down in Mandarin. We've had a lot of fun with our new, relatively new now. We've been out in the Hurricanes in Jointon Creek now for about 6 weeks now, and we'll be there every Tuesday. We've got 5 locations. We've got Monday through Friday all taken care of. As we welcome to the show Mr. Brent Beard and his little pet, what is that little tiny little
Chino.
2-pound little cat? What is that? How many pounds?
This is a Siamese saber-toothed tiger for your information. Well, he's 16 years old. Beautiful. And he's doing the best he can. He heard both of you.
Nice.
Particularly Patrick wanted to get up here and say hello.
Nice. He's beautiful. Beautiful.
So here he is with that. But, guys, we can say, can we not, that it's game week.
Game week, isn't that?
Tired of watching replays, tired of watching not real football.
Yeah. And Brent,
true.
Go ahead.
Well, and again, we have week 0 games, but we're also looking forward to, obviously, next week. Still a lot to do with these teams to get ready to play, but it's close.
Yeah, it really is. Patrick and I were talking. I don't have the itinerary, but I would think that Florida State and Georgia Tech are jumping on a plane tomorrow.
Yes.
I think you would do your nasty day of travel Tuesday. I think you would get acclimated, get your sea legs under you on Wednesday, probably get the team out in on some type of a practice field. Wouldn't you think Thursday, break a sweat? Friday, I would ride over to the stadium, do a walkthrough, and go play ball on Saturday. Brent, wouldn't you think they're flying out with that type of a trip tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, I've heard that. That is probably going to be tomorrow. I mean, you've got to be over there to acclimate yourself. And I'm sure Patrick's made overseas adventures like this. And I'm sure there's some kind of would you say, it's not an awards dinner, but there's probably a little bit of pomp and circumstances.
I would think so.
That both these teams have to do, right?
I would think so. And as I understand it, both bands are going. It's a big deal.
They're going to.
You know, and FSU's band, I mean, that's an award-winning band.
Yeah.
The Marching Chief, that is a big-time band. They are really good. I was thinking about this. The locals, love it or hate it, the locals won't have an edge. They'll probably, like both teams, they'll fall in love with the FSU chant, right? They'll fall in love with that. And again, FSU's band, I don't know this for a fact. I think they give out scholarships. Some bands give out scholarships, some don't. And FSU's got a big band. They're loud. Their band will put on a show over there, I think.
I'm sure.
What do you think, Brent? I think their band will be a big hit over there.
No doubt.
The FSU Marching Chiefs.
Now, who will the Ireland fans take up with? Will they be enamored by the war chant that goes on incessantly for Terry Norvelle?
Well, isn't that like William Wallace? That's kind of like the William Wallace gang. Well,
okay.
That makes let's go stampede and take over that.
Okay.
Now, if you're Georgia Tech though, Brent, if I'm Georgia Tech trying to win over the locals, I'm saying, hey, you guys know our former coach was named George O'Leary, little George O'Leary, right? You got to use it, don't you?
That's not enough.
You got to use it, don't you, Brent?
Yeah. Well, let's not bring up the resume situation, but yes, you probably got to use it, right?
Yeah.
Brent, FSU came out with their depth chart today, 2 deep and 3 deep, and no real surprises. They're pushing Washington on the offensive line and Patrick Payton on the defensive line. They think they've got a couple of Lombardi type, award winners on the lines of scrimmage. Wow. Teofili is the lead dog there. I think Roydell Williams is going to get a lot of carries. The Alabama transfer, the Alabama wide receiver Benson.
Yes.
No real surprises, I didn't think, on the FSU depth chart.
No, and at wide receiver Hakeem Williams and Kentron Portier, I think we'll get a lot of action. This offensive line is much better. Listen, this is something that we haven't got into yet, but I give them credit. They have rebuilt that offensive line. Pat, Terry and I used to talk about this FSU offensive line, and we used the word abysmal. Terrible.
It wasn't that long ago.
No, it wasn't that long ago at all. And listen, Pat, we were being kind, frankly, about how bad they were. And again, Jimbo did this to A&M. Jimbo left them nothing on the offensive line. He left FSU nothing on the offensive line. And it's taken them several years to rebuild that position.
And there's one guy, though, I don't want to bury this kid, but he played his first 3 or 4 years and got on the field a decent amount. Richie Leonard, a Florida transfer that went to FSU, and he's starting. He's listed as a starter.
Okay.
Richie Leonard's one of those guys. I hope he's turned it on, but
he's
one of those guys I don't think can play dead in the Western, and I say that a lot.
Recently you do, yeah.
But, Richie Leonard was very average at Florida. Now, Richie Leonard was also on Florida offensive lines that were very bad.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe he didn't get a lot of help. But Brent Beard, we've got all week to talk about this game. I think it's going to be a pretty good game, at least for a half.
I agree.
Georgia Tech's pretty good. They were 7-6, and Patrick and I got talking. One of their wins, and their biggest publicity win, was the stupid play that Miami ran, and they fumbled, and Georgia Tech gets the ball, and Miami should have just ran out the clock. Well, I will point out, yes, maybe that was a gift win, but Georgia Tech had to be close in the game to make that matter, right? It wasn't like if you're losing by 40 and that stupid play happens, well, nobody talks about it.
Nobody talks about it.
And they also went and won a bowl game. They beat UCF in a bowl game.
They did.
Georgia Tech with Haynes King at quarterback. I think there'll be a fun little test early for the Noles.
7-6 last year, and look, Georgia Tech doesn't have 7-6s like you collect winning seasons, unfortunately. And look, I would agree with that. Besides Haynes King, this Jamal Haynes at running back's pretty good.
Nice running back.
So then they moved him from wide receiver during that time too. They've got to get better defensively, and I think they have done that. Lamal Brooks is a good, strong safety. Their line of scrimmage on the defense side of the ball, Mecca Scott, Zeke Biggers.
Right.
Look, I know these are names that our listeners aren't real familiar with yet, but I'll say this for Brent Key. If you're 7-6 and make a bowl game, hey, how many Gator fans would sign up for 7-6 right now in a bowl game win?
Brent Key is not a household name, but I believe he came from Penn State's tree, and he's a well thought of up and coming coach. I keep pointing this out. I don't think it really matters, but I think it's kind of cool. Chris Winkie is on the Georgia Tech staff. He's correct. Chris Winkie's basically the offensive coordinator, assistant head coach at Georgia Tech, and I don't know if that means anything because of his days at FSU and he knows the program.
Right.
And, hell, won the Heisman, right? At Florida State. But I think it's kind of neat. I think Chris Winkie's a guy that's a year or two away from Brenton. You can speak to this. Getting a mid-level Power 5 job. You know, he's got NFL experience and I
agree.
Won a Heisman, but I think that's kind of neat.
If things don't work out with Manny Diaz, which I don't think it will at Duke.
Maybe. Come
on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And look, that Duke job is a much better job than it used to be.
Sure it is.
Now Steve Spurrier made it into a real job when he was there. But I give Mike Elko did a good job when he was there. That's a good question about Diaz. Now, on their schedule for Tech, after Florida State, they've got Georgia State at Syracuse and VMI.
Wow.
They can have a pretty good. They can have a pretty good September.
Yeah, they really could. Brent, I don't know if you know the answer. I don't. Patrick and I have been kicking it around a little bit. Is there a major sponsor in this game? I don't really know how this game came about. The two schools are certainly not signing up and going to lose money. So obviously there's some underwriting. I don't know much about it. I don't know if it's the Dublin Tourism Board or the NFL sliding some money. It's not a recruiting trip for the two schools. So somebody's helping pay the bill here, and they get to be the one game on, really, the big national game Saturday. I get that too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think that will come out in the next day or so. I tell you what, Brian Kelly at LSU is pumping hard with his administration to get a game in Ireland too. So that tells me if that's going on, let's read between the lines here.
Yeah.
That this might be a pretty good payout before it's over for both these teams.
And then Brian Kelly, he'll go over there and try to win the Dublin people. Hey, you remember I coached at Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish.
I know, right? Yeah.
The Fighting Irish. Yeah. Hey, Brent, talk about, if you know anything, the FSU ACC ugly fight that's going on. There was a deadline that came and went August 15th, and I don't know what to make. I'm guesstimating here. I'm wondering. Nobody said anything. FSU didn't make an announcement. Are they or are they not going to use that date? The ACC did not. I don't know if that says anything. Does it just say this is an enormous legal issue?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Maybe it's just so. I mean, you're talking $500 million.
Well, I'm glad. Give me 1 second, Brent. I'm glad you brought that up because I talked to a guy that works with Clemson. He works for Clemson. He's now the strength coach, and I was like, dude, what's going on? Do you have any idea? And he's like, the only winners right now are the lawyers.
Wow.
Because it is right now, nobody knows what's going to happen in this situation right now. Really just legislation is a crux in that state right now.
Okay.
As far as, NIL and transfer, all the stuff that we've been dealing with for a long time now. And it's legislation that's not a real priority in terms of the world or our nation. But, in college football, it is going to be important, but really kind of at a wait and see.
Yeah.
Is what he relayed to me.
Yeah. Interesting. And I don't think there'll be a lot of coverage on it during the game broadcast.
No.
Yeah.
FSU would have kind of said that, hey, guys, we're not
Exactly.
going over here. We're not
Yeah,
playing
yes.
ACC game over here. And the ACC doesn't really want it out there either. I think this week it'll fester up a little bit nationally with different outlets and all. But I don't expect the game broadcast. This is a coronation, a kickoff, a feel good.
Yep.
I don't think they get into that, if at all, Patrick.
Right.
I'm not even sure they get into it at all.
Well, and here's what I've heard on this, guys, is it's still going on. I mean, Florida State's still getting out, and it's just a matter of time. And Patrick kind of alluded to this. This is a long legal flight. It's what's happening here. And the 15th came and went, but that doesn't mean that they're not leaving because they're still leaving. And I still think they're going to the Big Ten. And Clemson is coming with them. It may not be immediate. And now the good thing for FSU and Clemson, the season started, as Terry said, that's where all the attention is going to be to the games. But they are still trying to work this out to where it's still a money situation of getting the money right with this. And once they do, and it may be at a time when we least expected, but look, I can affirm that that nothing's changed with FSU. They may be there a year or two at the most, but after that, they're getting ready to leave.
Talking some college football with Brent Beard. We'll do it all week as we lead into the.
They're going to leave together.
I would be stunned if there's not a package deal. Florida State, I don't think is just going to go out and tiptoe into a league by themselves. And frankly, you don't really want, unless you're sitting on an odd number. I don't think you want an even number and just bring in one.
Right.
Yeah. And I know we're getting out of divisions, but still, I think a schedule's easier to put together with even 14 or 18 than 17 or 19. 18,
right.
Wouldn't you agree with that?
I agree with that. Yeah.
I think it's a little easier, and you're playing 12 regular season games, an even number of regular. So, yeah, I don't expect. I will say this though, even if it was just coach speak, if you will, I did expect on the 15th FSU or the ACC to both say something, and they didn't. I would have. Even if it was just jibber jabber, which I don't like, but I thought that date had been so recognized, August 15th. Right. I thought that they both kind of, like I said, Brent, even if it was jibber jabber, the ACC, Florida State, hey, we're one of them, both of them, hey, we're, we've got some stuff going on. We don't know which direction it's going to go, but we're working through it. We've got nothing today. I would have expected something last week, but it didn't happen.
Well, and they've actually found out that there's another deadline because they've looked at the grant of rights more now instead of it being a mystery like Raiders of the Lost Ark, trying to find the Ark and the Covenant. Yeah. But what they found is there's another deadline here where ESPN is going to have to renew this ACC TV contract like in 2027. So there are just some things in here that are still revolving. I can tell you, too, the SEC really wants North Carolina. Of course, but they're not going to mess with that until they get some of these legal situations in North Carolina straightened out. So, obviously, if you're a lawyer, you're getting rich over this stuff. But it just it's probably taken longer than we thought it would to unravel all the legalities of getting out of a contract like this.
I also wondered if there can be some pressure, some partner pressure, and even TV partner pressure. Brent, and let me throw this out.
Yeah.
Let's say you're correct, and FSU really wants to go to the Big Ten, and the Big Ten wants Florida State. Big Ten right now is obviously the SEC. Is ESPN. The Big Ten is Fox. Wouldn't you say that? Yes. I mean, Fox is their network of record, and Fox is a big boy. They're going to be around forever, and they've got a lot of money. With that said, if the Big Ten wants FSU. Fox is tied to the Big Ten.
Yes.
If you're the Big Ten, you could probably go back channels. Hey, Fox, why don't you let the ACC know that we want this to happen? And no, ACC, we're not your network of record right now. These things come up and they come up for bid. And we're not going to forget this if you don't. We want this to happen.
Yeah.
And ACC, if you really keep fighting this, it may be 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, but we're going to come up in a bid at some point, and we may not forget. We may remember this. I wonder if there's some pressure like that. I mean, this is big money TV.
I just think about this being dragged out because who suffers? The fan.
Fan does.
Fan suffers. Advertisers potentially.
Well,
but you know, they have no issue paying.
Brent would
$15 million for a commercial.
Would yeah, absolutely. Could, and I know this is speculation. Could the SEC have another absolute bombshell up their sleeve? Nobody saw or heard Oklahoma, Texas. That got done covertly. It just could the SEC have something within the next year or two?
Yeah.
Just
the only
one more big
bang
bang
that are in this place right now would be Florida State and Clemson.
Oh man,
that would be putting the league at 20. But that I think they should be done at that point.
Oh my God, could you imagine if Sankey and the boys come out with another big bomb?
Well, and the other thing to watch here is Notre Dame, and
Sure.
I still don't think Notre Dame is going to a conference and that they've got to do it, and no one's going to force them to do it. They love their independence way too much, but Notre Dame could certainly strike a deal. But something, Terry, something you said is incredibly important here is none of this happens without the permission of ESPN and Fox.
Right. Sure.
They have vetted, shall we say, that they have vetted FSU.
Yeah.
And look, here's the thing with FSU that hadn't gotten a lot of publicity. FSU in terms of ticket sale percentage, in terms of appeal on television and so forth, FSU is a bigger deal than we really have given them credit for.
I agree.
And they're paying attention to that. Now, there's some people watching us saying, well, but the Big Ten loves these AAU schools. Is that going to be a problem? The answer is no. FSU is working on the AAU credential, and they're supposed to get that. My understanding is within 2 or 3 years, but they're in the process of doing it now. So that's not going to be an excuse, not to vet them with that. So Pat, they'll have that AAU accreditation like Terry Norvelle has from being from the heart of the South.
Well, let me throw 2 more things out. And, Brent, we're going to keep you a little bit longer this segment. I'm still intrigued by Notre Dame and how they're in this. You may say, what are you talking about, Terry?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you something. Notre Dame is not a football member of the ACC. I say it all the time. They are a scheduling partner.
Correct.
Meaning Notre Dame went to the ACC and said, hey, man, there aren't many independents anymore. We have trouble filling our schedule. We want to partner up. We're not in your conference as a football, but we want to play 5 a year. And the ACC said yes, 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 and yes.
Why wouldn't they try and do 2, 2, and 2 or something?
Hold your thought. Hold your thought. FSU pulls out. North Carolina, Clemson, Miami. Notre Dame's going to go, we need a new scheduling partner. We're not going to go schedule Virginia and Duke, just these guys, right? And North Carolina State. No. So I think Notre Dame is quasi involved in this because if the cornerstone football programs of the Atlantic Coast Conference leave, see Florida State, see Clemson right out of the gate. North Carolina's a big boy.
Yeah.
North Carolina's a big
Yeah, they win a championship
and Miami.
One thing every year.
Notre Dame is not partnering with what's left. No. So where does Notre Dame go? Hey, we need a scheduling partner. Hey, SEC, we'll play 5. We're not going to come here. Hey, Big Ten.
We don't want Vanderbilt.
Big Ten. But I mean, Big Ten is perfect.
Yeah. Why would they limit them? Because how could you not have the foresight to see the league's going to get weak at some point? You're not always going to match up. Like, unless you have it as a contract, if we're going to play Florida State and Clemson every single year, those 2 guaranteed. But, you can get 2 SEC teams, 2 Big Ten teams, 2 Big 12. I mean, I think that will be enough for Notre Dame with the prestige that they try to say they
I'll
have.
say another thing.
You know.
I just wanted to throw that out.
Yeah.
Notre Dame is involved in this because they are not sticking around
No
if
way.
the ACC is
Absolutely
weakened
not.
like
Right,
that. Maybe
right.
if just FSU goes, but nope. The other thing about Florida State, and you can say this about a lot of programs when it's going good, but Florida State, I think, is key here. When it's going, and Brent, you hit it a minute ago. Florida State, when it's going good, when they're winning 9, 10, 11, 12 games, they are a appealing national team.
Yeah, absolutely, they are.
I've told
Yes.
you, the big band and the chants and the horse, right? When it's now, you could say that about a lot of programs when it's going good. But FSU is a sexy. I think the people up north see that horse running out on a night game with a light, a fire, right? When that place is jumping, and that band and everybody's doing that, right? Doing the chomp.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
Chop or whatever they call it. I always mix them up.
I hate that.
Would you agree with that, Brent? I think
hate
when
that
it's
Chiefs have
Yes.
this thing.
but when it's going
God.
good, that there's
I hate it.
there's an appeal. And I'm the biggest Gator fan in the world. I want Florida to beat FSU in every game in the world in
Yeah.
every sport.
Yeah.
Just Terry the fan. But I
Yeah.
hope I'm special enough. FSU's got some panache when they're winning.
They
You can
do.
say that about a lot of people. Brent, your thoughts on
They
that?
do.
Well, there's been some research on this lately, and FSU is easily in the top 20 in terms of over the past few years as far as eyeballs from television.
Sure.
And that they're one of the things that Tony Petitti, the commissioner of the Big Ten, wants is the television appeal.
Sure.
And FSU has got that. And that is a major plus for them. Terry, to mention what you said a few minutes ago about Notre Dame, what they may do with their scheduling partner, and they're almost there now, they may go to the Big Ten. Not to join the conference.
Makes a lot of sense.
They may make a deal with the Big Ten.
Makes a lot of sense.
As
5
far
games.
as far as being able to go with those guys. Now, this is something for Patrick, and I've heard this too. And again, the SEC's not done, but this is something people aren't talking about enough. The SEC now has some real panache in basketball. People may not believe that, but they do. And Patrick does this with the SEC Network. He knows that. And part of the reason they're very, very, very interested in either North Carolina and Virginia or North Carolina and Duke is the basketball realm of that. So, Pat, can you see how that would fit hand in glove with where the league is going right now for basketball?
And the great thing about the new SEC basketball panache is it's not Kentucky and or Arkansas doing it. I mean, if it's Kentucky winning another national title,
You're right.
Alabama just went to the final. Alabama just went to the
Tennessee-
Final Four.
Tennessee was the game
Tennessee's really good,
Tennessee was the game
right?
winner. Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, I think it does hurt a little bit. I guess the SEC hasn't won the championship since Kentucky in 2012. They've been close a lot.
Yeah.
Auburn was close. South Carolina was close a while back, but
Well, if you hadn't let Connecticut beat you guys,
yeah, I know, right?
I'm not going to bring that up, though, Pat. Not going to bring that up. Brent, we got to go. We kept you basically 2 segments. Thank you so much. Good stuff Monday. We hadn't talked to you in a few days, so we had some backload. Obviously, Florida State, Georgia Tech will get the bulk of the college football coverage this week as they open up. And this is next week's topic or one of them, but the last time Florida and Miami played, and obviously they play a week from Saturday, wasn't that the game in Orlando a couple of years ago?
Yeah, because we were there.
Brent, that was one of the – I hope this game next Saturday is better. That was one of the uglier football games.
It really was.
I don't know if you guys remember that game.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that was ugly. There were like 4 turnovers in the last 4 minutes of the game. It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was terrible. I hope it's a lot better in games. Well, good stuff, Brent Beard. We appreciate you. We'll take a break, come back. 30 minutes left on a busy Monday edition. Or Brandon, what?
You know, guys.
You gave me this. You gave me this.
Well, one thing that I'm surprised hasn't been called yet in the NFL, and we haven't talked about it since they announced it, there's been no hip drop tackle penalty yet.
Where the hell did that come from in your mind?
I was just thinking about it for a while.
What's going on up there?
I've been thinking about it for a while.
I know, it made so much.
Because I saw it was a horse collar tackle that happened the other day, and it reminded me of the hip drop. I'm like,
I don't even really know what the hip drop tackle is, and it popped up 18 months ago. Have you ever heard of that, Brent?
You grab him and
before it popped
use
up?
your body weight to drop a guy down.
I mean, I've heard about it, but I don't know what the hip drop is.
That's a good point. I really wonder there if they have if the guys are just aware of it and they're not committing that at this point. One thing we need to talk about this week, and I will see you both in person this week, is this helmet communication. It's fascinating, and I'll just leave this with a tease. But what I didn't get until this weekend was that at the 15-second mark on the play clock, that helmet communication is cut off.
Oh, wow.
So I just thought that was interesting that they're going to have to get the play in. They're going to have to do it fairly quickly. Now they'll have enough time, but that's going to be fascinating to see how that works.
Let's rule every team has to follow that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. Good stuff, Red Beer. We appreciate it. 30 minutes left on a Monday. Patrick Young, Terry Norvelle, and you want to thank our brand spanking new Monday sponsor. We're sitting live inside Fourscore Golf Tavern. There's a good look at Doak Campbell. They won't really be packing that out Saturday unless they got a little bit of a. Is that the new? No, that can't. Is that the?
I don't think they're done yet.
I don't think. No, I think it's an old shot, right? They did a lot of renovations. That's a good shot, though. Boy, that turf looks good.
Yeah.
Man, looks real good. Let's take a quick break. Come back to Fourscore Golf Tavern. This date in sports history. Win one for the little guy. Remind me to get that out. Back after this.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice three-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 143-2579.
Man, what a gorgeous evening. I wish that was like right now and it was about 25 degrees cooler. Doesn't it look cool right there on that shot?
It does.
Pulling back, that's the great horse.
It looks like you're not melting watching it out
the
there.
Mascot there, unconquered. Do you remember the history of, as we welcome back to the Young Norvelle Show, coming to you from Fourscore Golf Tavern? We just about to put in our order. Going to sit here and eat a little bit. I've eaten here several times. Patrick, do you recall, this is probably about 15 years ago, and I went to 3 or 4 games. I covered 3 or 4 of these Florida State games where the Noles were introducing a lot of black. They'd wear black night game, and they played Boston College a couple times.
Okay.
And they came out multiple games, and they lost. And they had special football pants for the game. It said unconquered, like that statue. And they were getting beat in the unconquered.
They were getting conquered.
Yes, they were losing games in the unconquered pants they had. Welcome back here. Patrick, we're closing in on top of the hour here. Been a fun Monday and debut edition here at Fourscore Golf Tavern in Mandarin. San Marco, actually, will be in Mandarin tomorrow at Hurricanes. We'll be here every single Monday, 4 to 6. I wanted to make sure I got this date in sports history. Just a couple things. This date, 1909.
The short guy wins.
The little guy. Win one for the little guy.
Okay,
this date in sports history, this is not it, though. 1909, the great Indianapolis Motor Speedway opened. You may be a little too young to recall. The Indy 500 used to be a really, really big deal. It was run on Memorial Day weekend. It still is, but they're just back before the cable TV explosion. It was a big deal. You really remember that?
It was, yeah.
And those cars flying around, open wheel.
My grandpa would love to watch that stuff.
Is that right?
Oh my gosh.
Is that right?
I don't know why.
Yeah. It was a big deal. But anyway, the Speedway opened this date, 1909. Here's win one for the little guy. 1951, there was this famous Major League Baseball owner, Bill Veeck, and I think he owned multiple teams. He was owning, at the time of this story, the St. Louis Browns. This is 1951. Very big showman. He was a very big showman, very big promotions, very big get the fans, the baseball game, engage them. So he was known to do just about anything to kind of shake it up a little bit and get fans in the stands. This date, 1951, Bill Veeck, the owner of the St. Louis Browns, he sent to the plate in a regular season game, because it happened on this date in 51, as a regular batter in the middle of the game, Eddie Goodell. He sent his player by the name of Eddie Goodell up to bat.
Okay.
What's the big deal, Terry, you ask? Eddie Goodell was 3 feet 7 inches tall.
What?
He walked on 4 pitches.
Of course he did.
It was a great stunt.
3 feet? Wait, what?
He was a little guy.
It's a Major League game?
Major League game. Eddie Goodell.
Like
famous.
Like MLB?
Yes. And he got walked on 3 feet 7 inches up to bat.
Pinch runner, obviously.
I think he came right out. And, you can't really do that now because there are roster. Well, there's roster limits. And so he's a showman. He signs this guy and put him on the roster.
Wow.
Send him up to bat. Eddie Goodell, 3 feet 7 inches, has an unofficial at bat because you walked.
Right.
4 pitches. You know what? If you were the pitcher for the team, just to be a you-know-what, could have just drilled the little creep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. That creature. That's mean.
Creep.
Oh.
Same thing. I wouldn't have called 3'7". Dude, but I'd love to post that guy up.
Oh, man.
I'd post that guy up, go to the hole. Man.
You don't even need to post. You just need to just turn and shoot.
But Patrick, could you imagine if the pitcher and the other team's manager, hey, this is timeout goes out of the mound. This is BS. This is a travesty of the game. We're not going to just drill the little creep right in the helmet.
Drill him.
Hopefully, maybe wasn't wearing a helmet. Ugh.
What year did this happen?
1951. 3'7". Eddie Goodell, and he wore number 1/4, I think it was.
Oh,
1/4. I swear his jersey, I think. Look it up. Eddie Goodell. Look it up. Gaedel, I believe. Eddie Goodell. He walked on 4 pitches.
Is that the only thing he's famous for in his life?
I think so. Yeah. Maybe he played in the Wizard of Oz or something.
How do you spell his last name?
I think Gaedel. Eddie Goodell. It's very famous in baseball. While you're looking that up, see if it says what number. I think he was 1/4. The fraction was his jersey number. See if you can find it. Isn't that great? I love Bill Veeck.
Man, he died at 36. He didn't live for a long time.
Is that him right there? Look at him.
That's him right there.
There's a picture. It'll say something about his jersey number. See if you can find his jersey number or. I'm telling, 1/8.
1/8.
His jersey was the fraction 1/8.
Oh my God!
Isn't that great? That's my man right there.
60
now.
60 pounds.
How much?
60 pounds. How much he weighed?
If you wanted to, could you hit the guy though? That'd be sad.
I know, right? You
imagine
you're
absolutely.
You're a pitcher, and you're like, man, am I pitching to my son right now?
Imagine just burying one in his rib cage.
Is this my 10-year-old son that I'm about to?
But you would have hit him because of you should have hit the owner that did it, you know. And I'm sure this guy got paid probably $100 or something back then, you know. I wonder if he parlayed that into anything.
Right.
You know?
I know, right? Yeah. I mean,
1/8. His number was 1/8.
I wish they would say how old he was when this happened.
When it happened,
Single plate experience.
It might. 1951.
Replaced by a pinch runner, of course.
Yeah, sure. Early life appearances. Okay. Oh, there you go. Well, you never know what you're going to learn on this show. I'll tell you one thing. You never know what you're going to learn.
August 19th of night. So, and he was born.
Yeah.
He was born.
Oh, I see where you're
in
going.
1925. So
Do
he
some
was
math.
26 years old.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Was he a horse jockey as well?
I don't know if he can handle a horse, man.
Maybe he rode on Upset. Maybe he was the jockey of Upset.
Man, I doubt he can hold on to a horse.
Jockey's got to be small too, though, right?
Oh man.
Huh? How about that? You like that story, didn't you?
I do. This is interesting.
Hey, how about this? You've got a hey, check your.
Oh man.
Hey,
he had a heart attack.
That's how he died.
Yes, I died.
That's sad.
Mm-hmm.
37, you said?
Something about being that small as an adult in your organs. I don't know.
I don't know. Quit looking at me like that. Quit looking like that. Hey, I'm going to give you a little. I'm going to tie in a garage sale and your attic, okay, to a story, kind of sports related. But do you go to garage sales? If there's one or two in my neighborhood, I swung in. I bought 2 things at a garage sale Saturday.
Okay.
I bought a electric steam mop.
All right.
Looks like it's really cool. Right?
Those are great.
Yeah, and you can wash the little thing and I bought I guess a sandwich maker, kind of
a panini thing.
Kind of like that, man. Wash the hell out of it, sanitize
that
it.
was probably one of those things that those people bought and they just never used it.
Yeah,
it's probably pretty much it doesn't have any uses.
I'm not a girl. I won't wake up and go, but I mean, if I'm running my errands on Saturday morning, and I see one near me, I'll swing in there and see what kind of junk, stuff they got.
Yeah,
you know?
all right.
Because you never know. Now, with that said, garage sales and or your attic, start snooping around. You never know what you might be on. There is an auction coming up. I think it's this week. The bids have to be in, and then they're going to open it up. You have qualifying bids. One of these big Sotheby, big auction. The word is this piece of clothing, baseball memorabilia clothing, will go for the most a sports jersey has ever gone for. This jersey is the authenticated, and they were able to match it up with photos, right, from years gone by, and they've authenticated it. This is the jersey, the number 3 New York Yankee jersey that Babe Ruth wore when he supposedly, in a World Series game, called his shot to center field. There's that famous called shot. It's called that. And he hits a home run. They think it's going to go for $30 million. You got to qualify. They've already had people qualifying at 14 and all.
Qualify, yeah.
30, me and you just can't walk into that. You got to bid and put up money that you got. I'm good for this.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure you got to show them some statements.
You would think
like that.
$30 million Some of the jerseys also going, they will at the same auction, but Ruth is the big one, right?
Of course.
At the same auction, they will have Michael Jordan's Last Dance jersey.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Got that famous
Yeah,
documentary and all. And a bat signed by Jackie Robinson.
Oh, wow.
That is cool. But
I can't lie. I mean, if I could ever
babe,
have that, Jackie Robinson's bat.
That'd be cool.
That'd be super cool.
That'd be really cool. What about the bat that Eddie Goodell took up to the plate?
I'm sure. Let me look at that.
It's one of those little ones you get at the minor league game, right? The school field trip gets bats handed out. They're about
look
this big.
Look how he's holding it. He's holding the
He's
bat
ready.
so far down.
Oh, he doesn't have a helmet either. They didn't have
Yeah, no helmet.
Look, there's a ball. There's the pitch. It's way over his head. See, the catcher's got the baseball.
Look, no helmet, but good. Yeah, the catcher's got a mask on. The umpire smartly got a.
What if he'd have got drilled and died? Right? How would that owner felt? In the
It would be infamous. That's for sure.
And I wonder. I don't know this. Did they publicize it before? To draw a crowd. You think?
Yes, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. If he was a showman and all that stuff before.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how they do it? They put it in newspapers.
I guess. Radio, newspaper.
Radio.
Come see the little guy. But then you'd be telling the other team, kind of. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They should have hit him.
What if the other owner would have gotten a 3'7" pitcher?
Give him another at bat.
Right? Get a 3'7" pitcher to face him.
And that would be
fair fight.
And that would be home run derby.
They could have enacted or
Should
constructed.
we give her the signal? Let's give her the signal.
They could have constructed a little fence just off the clay for a home run derby for the little guy.
Yes.
Let's stop. You're being mean.
You want to put in the signal? We should put in
yeah. Our signal. Hold on. Caitlin, can you hear us? Caitlin, can you hear us? Okay. Here's the signal.
Yeah.
Remember the signal?
But, gotcha.
This was our signal to put in our meatball and
two tater tots.
And 2 orders of meatballs we're going to eat after the show. We said don't put it in too early because it would get cold, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So this was our signal.
Yeah. This is perfect timing.
All right, let's take one final break. We'll come back, wrap it up. If you are just tuning in, we've had a lot of Jaguar talk. I thought it was a spectacular move with Mac Jones looking good. Boy, if needed, you can. That's some collateral. There's some collateral there. If some teams are looking for a quarterback, and the Jaguars, hey man, they may not be going to Super Bowl anyway. The Jaguars may take this Mac. That might be why they signed him.
Yeah.
Backup quarterback depth is great if you think you're going to have a big season. I don't think the Jaguars are going to have this huge playoff run.
Beathard, honestly, he knows the system well enough. What's going on, brother? I can see you. He knows the system well enough that he can help the team manage the team. He can manage the team.
And again, I'll sum this up. Terry, what are you talking about? Why would they not keep him in case Trevor Lawrence goes down? Trevor Lawrence goes down. This team's not going deep, I don't think. I don't think they're a threat to win deep into the playoffs, even if they get near the playoffs. With that said, man, if some team week 2, week 3, week 4 loses their quarterback for an extended period of time, and they think they still got a chance, whoever that team is.
They got a chance.
I mean,
and
if they call the Jags and they say, hey, man, we need a quarterback, we'd give you a starter and a pick, I'd say, hell yeah. Anyway, that's what we talked about in hour number 1. One of the big topics. Let's take a break here. Come back, wrap things up. Been a fun, busy first ever debut edition of the Young Norvelle Show, coming to you from our brand new Monday home, 4 Score Golf Tavern.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville.
It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air.
It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who's coming to your house. You know they will be well trained and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com.
Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs.
Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
There's a good look at our studio. You will be in that studio, Patrick, this coming Friday. I will be in Hotlanta. Now, do you need me to come on one segment? No? Even just to check on me?
I'm wiping off that debris on those.
Oh, yeah. Bring you some spray in there. But we got to be quiet because Austin and Brent may be listening and watching.
They got to notice it.
Yeah. They're out of the studio a lot, too, though. Midday, man. They have a lot of fun. They're out.
At that bet place.
Son of a gun. Best Bet. They're the Best Bet a lot. Yeah, I see them. That's our midday show. They do a super job and really, really are dialed into the Jaguars. Obviously, we talk about the Jaguars. Each show has its own personality, we hope. And obviously, Brent is down there and around the team so much. He did a good job on sideline. I watched the pregame. And obviously, he was on the broadcast as well. He did a super job, as always. So our midday show, 10 to 1, Brent and Austin, they do a good job here on Action Sports Jacks. The easiest way, as you know. But, boy, if you can help people, if people ask or you tell people, hey, download the Action News Jacks app and then click on the Action Sports logo.
The NFL is doing the new kickoff. The college is not. They're keeping it the same.
No, NFL kickoff's weird, man. It's just weird. Final seconds here, final minute here. We'll wrap it up tomorrow. If you're in the Mandarin area, come out and say hi. We're at Mandarin's Hurricanes down in Jointon Creek in the heart of Mandarin. This place, Fourscore Golf Tavern, really neat. They've got simulators in the back, multiple sports now. It's not just golf simulator. Boy, you can throw footballs and kick soccer balls and baseballs. It is a neat place. Great for a rainy day. Tremendous restaurant on the front. They have been playing good music here. This is just a place, friends, just show up, If your friends come over,
Yeah,
have a
let's do it.
good
Hang out
time,
spot.
eat, have some athletics.
I might get some of my buddies.
What
to
about a
come
party?
hang out. Yeah.
What about a cool, unique place to have a party, a birthday
I
party,
mean,
or
it's pretty much like doing Topgolf, but in a sense,
indoors.
You're indoors, and you have so many options where you.
What about corporate?
Guys get together, and we want to
Yeah.
compete. We
Yeah.
want to compete in something.
But
So
friends just hanging out.
Yeah.
It's a fun little date place. You could tell.
Yeah.
You could come eat and do a little athletics. Friends, parties, corporate get-togethers, team building, and if you want to do something athletic on a rainy, nasty day, get over here.
Yeah.
Weather is no factor. You're going to learn a lot about Four Score.
Great menu.
It really does. So we're about to eat here when we get off the air, but Four Score Golf Tavern in San Marco. We're in the heart of San Marco. You can't miss us, right next to the fire station. We'll be here every single Monday, starting, today. We've had a big time. Looking forward to grabbing some dinner tomorrow, Mandarin. Wednesday, of course, Twin Peaks. Thursday, Sliders. Friday, you'll be in studio. It is a Bricks Jacks Beach Friday, as always, but Patrick will handle the show. I'm going on a tiny little vacation. I've never been a big vacation guy.
You got it.
And one thing is, once Kendall got older, of course, we did the Disney and the Universal thing a bunch. But once Kendall got older, and a single guy, sometime it's awkward on, hey, let me round up two buddies and let's go on a vacation. When you're single, it's a little different, I think, than planning we're going to eat over there somewhere. Thank you so much. That makes sense. We're at 30 seconds, but, I'm not a vacation guy if I don't have a group, family kind of.
Well, you don't want to be the single guy going on the cruise ship?
I don't want to be that guy.
Why not?
I don't know. I just don't want to be that guy. All right, Patrick, that is it. We've had a fun Monday.
Terry's retired.
Yeah, it's a great start. It was a great start here at right. It was a great. Don't ever do that again.
I can't do it.
Don't ever do that again. Don't ever. Promise me you'll never do that again.
I'll make sure not to look at you in the eyeballs if I do it as well.
I'm fine with that. That'll wrap it up. Again, I think you agree, Patrick. We had a fun debut edition here at Four Score Golf Tavern. Wrapping it up. We'll come back tomorrow, 4 to 6, right here on Action Sports Jacks, the Young Norvelle Show, coming to you from Hurricanes, Jointon Creek.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jacks Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jacks Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jacks Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream same channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com. And while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we